Hello, hello, hello. Top of the morning, evening, afternoon, and good night to one and all. It is Saturday, October 28th. As you see, my beard is gone. I know that's kind of big news. I got rid of it. It had to go. I have a whole story behind it as to why I had to get rid of it. No, what you're saying is what happened, right? What would cause this to be such a huge breakthrough? Oh, so here's the deal. We've been through this. I'm at a point where I'm a big fan of knocking the boots. Big fan. So, me and my significant other, which I'm going to go over in a second, we like to kiss. Yeah, and I'm not trying to gross nobody out. Oh, thank you, Lance. Thank you so much. Does it actually show on the stream when you guys do that? I'm trying to implement a thing to where it actually lights up on the screen instead of. Oh, you see it on the screen, or it just shows it in chat. Hmm. Okay. All right. Thank you, Lance. Thank you. Thank you, Lance. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you so much. Kiss, kiss. You guys are adorable. So here's the deal. Yesterday we get to doing the dirty monkeys. Yeah, thank you, Bree. Yesterday we get to doing the dirty monkeys, and I have this. We started kissing, and the way that we kiss is not. Now, hopefully, nobody gets uncomfortable here. I would assume not that we're all grown adults, right? And we could talk about things that normal people don't like to talk about. Because for whatever reason it makes people uncomfortable because they don't have that in their life. Well, me and Bree have a very open. When I'm saying open, it's not like everybody's invited. Sex life, like we'll do different things. One day I'll stick a toothbrush in her ass. The next day it'll be like chlorine tablets. So we'll just kind of switch it up. And one of the things that we kind of keep as a flat line is the way that we kiss. And the way that we kiss is not like this. We do sexy shit with our mouth because I'll either bite her lip and pull it, or she'll bite my lip. And anyway, one of the things that she likes to do is, or I'll put essentially my bottom lip in her mouth, and she knows how to react to that. I understand it's not a super comfortable thing for people to listen to, but it kind of relates to what I'm about ready to tell you. So I've always shaved this. The reason why I shaved this on my chin, and I grew this shit long. I measured it today. It was, right before I did it. Actually, last night. I'm sorry. It was at half an inch. Same length over here. I didn't shave this. I didn't touch this. So I'm like, we're kissing yesterday, and you could tell that she didn't like it. And I was like, what's up, man? Like, what's going on? You gonna tell me? And she wasn't saying nothing. I said, it's the beard, isn't it? She was like, no, it's great. It's the beard. That's why you're not gonna kiss me. Like, she would kiss me, but she wouldn't do the sexy shit. She would give me like the grandmother Merry Christmas, Happy Birthday kiss on my lips. We'll talk about that. Yeah, that's a pretty big controversy that family members shouldn't kiss other family members on their lips. But I remember specifically when we were kids, my grandma would always kiss me on the lips. So would my mom. Maybe I had a really sexual, confident family. I'm not sure. But either way, so she's kissing it, and I could tell that she does not like it. And I was like, it's okay. It's all right. And then I would put my bottom lip in my mouth. I said, I see how you don't like that. I see I don't like that because, and this is going to piss more bearded people off. I'm not going to be able to win. Right now, it seems like my channel has started attacking bearded people. I'm not throwing shade towards you. I'm just saying that you don't kiss sexy. That's all I'm saying. You can't kiss sexy if you get a bunch of hair in your mouth. For instance, if someone has a head full of hair, you're not going to French kiss the top of their head because it's going to be matted and wet. I'm going to start to gag. Or better argument is if someone's got a hairy muffin, you're not going to put all that hair in your mouth and suck it. That's kind of the situation that Bree was dealing with yesterday. And I specifically stated yesterday, because I knew this was going to go down, because I was super pumped up to KTB. And I was like, if she says for a moment not to have it, I'm getting rid of it. Now, she didn't say that. Let's be clear. She did not say that. I was getting irritated that I was not getting the sexy tongues. So I had to get rid of it. But we managed to power through it. And then as the night is going by, I keep feeling it. I said, why would it bother her? Because it's soft, like it's luxurious. Apparently, when her lip would go over it to kind of suck in my lip, she would get all that hair in her mouth. And I know I don't like hair in my mouth, so I just kind of found that relatable. And this morning, I was just like, that's it. It's time to go. It was getting nice. I cannot do it. I'm going to, as weird as this may sound, I'm going to try to grow this out. I don't know what that's going to look like, but I'm going to try to make this long. It's past the itchy phase. It's at a point now where it's just hair. And I don't know what that'll look like if I just don't shave this and grow this. It's like, at that point, it's highlighting my chin. That's fine. So it's gone. I know that getting hair in my mouth is disgusting, so it is relatable to her. That's all I'm saying. This morning when I shaved it, I was watching how long the hair was that was in the sink, and it was a lot of hair. So as soon as I shaved it this morning, I go up to Bree and her breakfast ass look, with her sweatpants on and her tube top. And then, of course, I put my lip in her mouth, and she loved it. Super, super ready to rock and roll. So as much as I thought it would be cool to have, I never thought about it in a sense where if you're going to get, intimate with someone else and they're going to get a bunch of hair in their mouth, how would you like it? We don't like it. So I just go back to my old look. There's no two ways about it. This is all growing long. The chin's over. And oddly enough, the chin never really got itchy. It was always the sides. So that's it. That's a wrap. I gave it a try. It's something I want to talk about. I'm going through the comments of the video with Jordan, the short. Okay. And one of the comments was, you can't speak about transgenderism, genders, or straightness because you're gay. What do you know about that? First off, let's just be clear that I could show you the comments if you think I'm making this up. Stand by. I'll show you. I've heard this for years now. There you go. There we go. So this is the comment right here. Let's just cover this real quick. Right here. There's no way you can be talking about transgender topics or anything else when you yourself are gay. Now, I'm on the Realist channel, so this is just the first one on the Realist channel. There's many of them on the Gay Haze channel. So let me clear this up. Let's clear this up. As much as I would like to continue the ruse and show people pictures of me and a dude kissing, me and a dude holding hands, me sucking a dick, as much as I want to keep posting those, I'm feeding into your stigma that you're giving me. I am not gay. I don't know how else to say that without saying that tell me you're gay without saying you're gay. Got it. I'm married and I eat pussy every day. You might say that's BS. I got pictures to prove it. I got videos to prove it. Every day. since 2017, with the exception, first couple of years we would knock the boots while she was on her jam. And then as time progressed, I realized the second day is it's like knocking the boots with a bowl of strawberry jam. I'd rather not. So every day except for that day. You don't believe me? Okay, well then don't believe me. That's fine. Anybody that knows me knows me. When I'm in vocals or I'm in Zoom or I'm in Discord and I have to go for 20 minutes, 5 minutes, maybe 3 minutes, that's what I'm going to do. And for anybody to assume that I am gay, you're basing that merely on an assumption that you came up with that I embraced. It's never been a point to where I've said that I was gay. I had previously mentioned on an Inside the Minds on my other channel that I had sex at that time would be considered a transvestite. I don't know what that would be today. And I didn't know that they had a penis and balls because they had boobs. They were really pretty. It was during the time where I was hanging out with Richie Rich in New York. Anybody knows anything about Richie Rich in the 90s? They did a show, I think, on Oprah or Donahue or Maury Povich. I don't know, one of those weird shows. But I used to hang out with them, and I was known as Baby J. And I went over this yesterday. So because I knocked the boots with that, I assumed that people assumed at that point that I was gay. Okay. In my opinion, gay is when a man wants to be with another man, finds another man attractive sexually. I can look at a man and say, wow, that's a good-looking dude. Wow, I bet you he's got a huge dick. That doesn't mean that I want to suck it. You guys ever see my gag reflex? I think of pubic hair and I gag. I can't even brush my teeth properly or brush my tongue without gagging. I got to do the weird thumb trick. How I found that out is by sucking dick, by the way. You just you could try this. Try this at home while you're watching. You take your hand like this. You take your fingers. You interlock it over your thumb. You pull really hard. You won't gag. It's because your mind is distracted by I learned that by sucking dick. So, all jokes aside, right? I've been married. As long as you have known me, anybody on the internet, I've been married. From the jump of my first set of videos on OOEG, from Jay Hayes to The Realist, I have always been married. And I know what you're going to say is, well, just because you're married doesn't mean that you're not gay. No, yes, it does. Maybe in most case scenarios, it applies. But then there's that few random ones which people like to select and say, oh, well, that doesn't mean that you're not gay. You've watched way too many TV shows or movies. I could promise you that I don't enjoy giving head. I don't enjoy seeing dudes naked. Well, actually, I do. I'm lying there. I do. Not in a sexual manner, but I like to look at other people while I'm like in the gym or something and be like, ooh, man, thank God my dick is bigger than his because he doesn't have much work with. That doesn't mean I'm like, let me suck it and taste it. It's just I was in the military, man. You have no choice but to stand next to somebody with the balls that just touch your forehead as you bend down to clean out the gutter with someone's pubes that you're trying to shave off because they don't want to get a snag while they're jumping out of a C5. Look, you might get a set of testicles on your hand when you spin around too quick. That doesn't make you gay. So I just really want to clear this up because apparently people even on my Instagram, I posted a picture of, first off, me and Kyler, I don't even want to say ex-friend, an old acquaintance of mine. We would play on that. You know, we went down to Orlando. I had a gay pride flag. I got nothing wrong with gay people. It's just that I'm not part of that clique. I have always liked vagina. And anybody that knows me knows that I do. It's just that I'm confident in my sexuality that I could say, I don't know why men have this problem when you can't look at a dude and be like, he's good looking. Why can't you do that? What's the problem? If women could do it, why can't men do it? Oh, too masculine. For what? What does it got to do with you saying, wow, that dude's got a huge dick? When you watch your adult filming or adult filmage online, what are you looking at? Somebody else's jam. You may say you don't. Yes, you do. That doesn't make you want it. So I'm not gay. I'm not bisexual. I have never been. Never been. I've never wanted a man. I've never wanted a gender. That's what I was going to say. Another gender that is the same as mine. And that time, also, I'll make this clear. You could go back and watch that video. I don't remember which one it was. Outside, inside of the mind, 17 or something. When I was with this dude thing, chick, female, tranny, I don't even know what you want to call it, drag queen. Man, she was fine as shit. I I was high as shit on ecstasy and LSD. I'm not giving an excuse because I don't believe in those. It's just that I was not in my right state of mind. And anybody that has ever been on LSD, if you could see a little baby elephant run across the street that's pink and has big ears and starts flying, or if you see a Smurf on the hood of your car and you think that that's normal, you can imagine what testicles look like to you. It just looks like you have a little Ziploc baggie with marbles in them hanging from your vagina. You don't know. It's your mind is your own playground. Whatever you want to make that out to be is what you're going to make that out. I could have looked at it like two little what do you call them? The little Nutella balls, Ferrero Rochers. They weren't chocolate. They were vanilla. So it was the vanilla ones. But I just managed to suck that up. And yup, I will 100% agree that even though I felt a little bit of abrasiveness, and this is going to get graphic here, and even though I felt a little bit of knocking and some abrasiveness of sack on sack, I still continued. At that point, you could say that I was gay. Sure. For a brief moment in history, I did not mind that my testicles were smacking somebody else's. Have you ever done a threesome with two dudes or one dude, you, another dude, and a chick? Your balls are going to be rubbing a lot. That doesn't make you gay, because in your mind, that's still a chick. And that's how my mind worked. So if you want to say that for a moment, I was half a fag, I'm with it. Fine. But I can tell you wholeheartedly that I love vagina. I love all vaginas. I like some more than others. I prefer the roast beef over the clam strips, and I prefer a little bit of, like a landing strip or vertical stripe or something cheetah print over being bald. But I do like and love vaginas. I'm not a fan of penises. So now that that is out of the bag, let's just make that clear. I am not gay. Actually, that should clear up anything. And if people want to still say I'm gay, how old are we? 12? I'm not. Let it go. And aren't we supposed to be more accepting of people's what they want to be anyway? So even if I was gay, what do you give a shit about? Because I spoke about transgenderism and gayness have nothing to do with each other. Nothing. Someone can be transgender and be perfectly straight. You know how many men I've seen convert to women that want to be women? A lot. Does that make them gay or does that make them straight? What do we base it off of? Their current mind state or what they are born as? You figure that out and get back to me, and then you let me know how that correlates to transgenderism and gayness. You let me know how those two things are copacetic with one another, with me being supposedly gay. It's the internet, man. It's like a toxic cesspool of children. Let me reiterate that. It's like a toxic cesspool of grown adults that act like children. That's better. That's it. And if you have believed me when I've done, look, there are a lot of people that know me. I'm not talking about just, hey, that's Jay. No, I'm talking about know me. You can just search the internet. A lot of the people that you'll see in my chats know me personally. It's very clear that I like vagina. Extremely clear. I don't know how much more transparent I can be. And if you do catch on with what I'm putting down and you believe it, that's called satire, my friend. It's not designed to be funny. If you laugh at it, then you probably understand it. If you take it for serious, then it's doing its job. It can be seen either way. I've seen this shit go on for years, and I kind of never really addressed it. I might have addressed it in like a chat or something, but I've never really made it clear that I was not that. I have nothing wrong with people that are gay or lesbians or. Well, I start to see a problem is really a binary situation, but I'm not going to go over that because that's not what this topic is about. It's about my gayness. Maybe it's certain innuendos. You would think that in a world where everybody is so worried about the internet, that people would understand jokes or satire or, you know, you would just you would think that with, it's a shame that I have to explain this. You would think that in a world where people go onto a platform to see things that are not real, the ice, the milk crate challenge, or the whatever, the Tide Pod challenge, that you would not believe. There's an old saying that everything you believe on the internet is not true. Yes, especially now. Because originally people would resort to Wikipedia, which is, let's get real, written by people. So there might be some fictitious information in there. I like to believe that a lot of that is fact checked before they make an article on it. However, people always believe what they read on Wikipedia. They didn't want to dig further to actually read through, a book or a manual or something to verify whether or not what was being said was true. So they just wanted a one-stop shop, if you will. But now we got to a point where you can't go through a short and you realize that 95% of what you see is not real. That I'm not saying that it's not happening. It's just not a real life occurrence. It's not a daily thing. No one walks into if I have to break this down for you, I don't know what to tell you, but no one walks into a parking garage and belts out their highest whistle register, and then people throw tomatoes at them. That's not. I'm not saying that won't happen. It's just you can only do that if you do that 5 days out of the week. That won't happen 1 out of those 5 days. Who has tomatoes laying around to throw at you? Nobody. Unless you just got back from the grocery store and instead of you making a delicious BLT later, you're just going to throw the tomatoes at somebody that's singing inside of a parking garage. It's just not realistic. So if what my message to the internet is, if you see something and you doubt it, probably continue to doubt it. Maybe do a little bit of research and find out information. And you would think that people that watch me, I can't speak for this guy on the Realist, but you would think for the people that watch me on Jay Hayes, I've called Brie my wife before. You've seen the rock on her finger. So what do you think that is? You think that there's some other dude that lives in my house that's banging and married to Brie? So now I'm some type of cuckold. First off, I get down with that fetish. I'm just going to put that out there. I'm not in my own house. Of course not. Somebody else's, duh. But people have these perceived notions that, or misconceived notions that when they see something on the internet, that is automatically 100% true. 100%. Okay. I'm here to tell you it's not. That's all. It seems like the people on the internet always try to find the stupidest shit to pick on, too. They'll pick on what you wear. They'll pick on how your hair is. They'll call you an egghead because in their country, people don't shave their heads. Or they'll just make fun of your looks. And even growing up in school, we all know this, right? That's the thing people picked on. I got to stop saying right. I got a story for that. You get picked on in school because of how you looked. No one really. And what else do you attack on somebody? Their personality? Maybe, if it's affecting other people. How is someone's look, that's plural, affecting somebody else? If they look better than you, I guess you'd pick on them. But that doesn't make much sense because I'm prettier than you are, or I'm better looking than you are, and knock the boots more than you do. But it's always something that people attack is their looks. At the same time, is it okay to attack someone's beliefs? I sound like I'm getting woke here. I think it's fine to disagree with it. I don't think it's fine to. I don't think you should ever. Here's kind of the way that I look at it. If someone can help something about them, then you can make fun of that. If someone cannot help what is wrong with them or physically distracting, then you can't make fun of them. For instance, someone in a wheelchair. I don't think that's fair to make fun of them behind their back. If you want to do it in front of them and they got a good sense of humor, then it's totally fine. Because there's nothing that they can do that they can control with how that they are. It's like people that are mentally incapacitated. I also don't think it's fine to make fun of those people. Depending on the context that it's in. That person directly, no. The branch of people, yes. If you're attacking an individual for something, and also family, you should never, ever, 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 ever bring someone's family in it. Ever. Because someone's liable to get their teeth knocked out. You don't insert people into an argument that have nothing to do with it. Never. Now, granted, in the 90s, it was a little bit different. Everybody talked about mom jokes, but that's because that was that generation. People now don't know mom jokes. They'll do like daughter jokes or something. And all that's going to do is piss off the father. I think the reason why people do that is there's an immense amount of reasons why people do this. I would think the root of it all is because they know that they can't do it in real life and that when they turn on their computer, they can become whoever they want to be. You could be a celebrity. You could catfish people. You could get people's money. There's an immense amount of things you could do when you have anonymity. Immense. That the possibilities are endless. You could be the Messiah. You could be Jesus, Allah, God, pick it. Anything. Be a tough guy. And then in real life, that person, rides a bicycle to 7-Eleven to get a Slurpee. And he's got suspenders on and glasses. And he couldn't throw a hand even to shift his bike into the next gear. So he definitely can't throw hands to fight. And I think that people should be held responsible. I think they totally get rid of anonymity. I say everybody that is online, your name is your username. That's all. It's gone. There's no need for anonymity. Just remove it. If you remove anonymity, people will now be held responsible for things that they say. And we were taught this growing up. Actions speak louder than words. And be responsible. Also accept the consequences for your actions. These are things that I think you learn in first grade. It's been a while since I've been there. You have to excuse me. It's been like, I don't even know. I don't even know how old I am. 45, 46? 46. I was in first grade at what? 7, 6? I don't know. I stayed back a couple times. I was probably in first grade at 10. Either way, they teach you that in school. Your parents should have taught you that. But online, you don't have that. You wait till the day when people complain about anonymity not being a thing anymore. 95% of your problems online will all go away. If there is a name that is a picture attached to it, and that's your driver's license picture. First off, if you use my driver's license picture, that is the most unflattering picture of me that I own. Why? I have 8 chins, half a beard, a half-closed eyelid, long-ass eyelashes, fuzzy hair on the top. You're not even going to think that's me. You're going to be like, that's Jay? That dude got fat. Look, I'm 261 in that picture. I don't know. I just look like a meatball. Like if Humpty Dumpty grew hair on the top of his egg shell. Humpty Dumpty is... For some reason, I think of Humpty Dumpty. I think of Mr. Potato Head. I'm sure they're similar. I think he's an upside down egg. I really don't know what Humpty Dumpty looks like. Give me a second. Yes, it is an egg. It's close enough to an egg. It's not an egg. It's like a... It kind of looks like an egg. It's a little too round to be... It's an evenly proportioned egg. The top peaks like the bottom. The original drawing. Whatever. That's what I look like. A hairy Humpty Dumpty. If anybody's argument could be, I hate to go backwards in time, but if anybody's argument could be that I am gay and that I'm hiding it all, why would I hide it at today's day and age when I could grow? Think about this. Today is the best time to be gay. Facts. Facts. There's never been a better time to be a transgender, to be a lesbian, to be gay, to be different than your normal average, and I'm using normal here, yes, I'm going to offend some people, than to be your normal average white dude. It is more monetarily better. It is more popularity better. There are more opportunities for gay, transgender, anything other than your cis white male at today's day and age. So if anything, I would embrace the gayness and continually promote that. My channel would grow exponentially. I would have more people that would support me. I'd be in that low percentile bracket. It would be in my best interest to actually be gay. So that alone by itself proves the point that I'm not that. Because I'm not saying I'd be wearing mascara. I'm not saying that I would be talking like this. You know, there's so many things that's happening. If I was to be gay, I'd be more of the bear type, just putting it all off. And I'd have myself a twink or something. How I know what that is because we used to have a gay person that was a patron at one point. I know all about those terms. For some reason, that anybody that follows me has this infatuation with me. And if you didn't like that I was gay and you commented on it 3 years ago, why are you still commenting on it today? Let it go. Jesus. I should have just let it ride out. I should put this behind the members channel and just let people have to pay to see that I'm not gay. I mean, I don't even know how you prove to somebody that you're not gay. Prove it? You can't. You wouldn't be able to. Kissing a chick is not going to work. Knocking the boots with a chick. Well, that if we go by definition. Hold on. Yes. Sexually or romantically attracted. Jesus, I got the Bidens. Sexually or romantically attracted to people of one's own sex, especially the use. Oh, Jesus Christ. Cut, break, go. Sexually or romantically attracted to people of one's own sex, used especially for men. Yes, then I could prove that based off of that definition that I am not gay by kissing a woman on her lips. If YouTube allowed it, I would pull out her nipples and suck her nipples. If YouTube allowed it, I would show her vagina and eat that. So if those are not enough of proof for you, I got nothing. Or my word, you think I'm lying? I gave you a reason why I should be gay, but I'm not. Yes. I'm not going to play victim. Things have happened in my life that are negative. Many things. Many things are on my other channel for you to see. Things that have happened in my life. I still don't play victim to that. What happened, happened. It is what it is. I hate those things. And I would not say that made me who I am, the man. I am not going to say that that made me the man who I am today. No. So that's clear. Now that that's out of the air. I also, here's a flip side of that coin. I also think that you being in one of those classifications, see what I did there? A little play on words. If you follow any of those classifications of being, I don't even know what normalcy is anymore. Because if we base it off of what the internet says, normalcy is being who you are. I just see straight white males being the lower of the bracket. We used to be up here, and now we're all the way down here. It's a perfect example of a minority taking precedence over a majority. It's like democracy in reverse. I don't even know what that is. That's not socialism. I don't know what economics that would fall under. Where the minority. Okay, I'm sorry. I gotta look this up. What economic structure does minority have more of a say? There isn't any. And I'm not talking about ethnic. I'm not talking about race. I'm not talking about any about that. I'm talking about just your sexual orientation. I don't even know what that would be. But that's where we're at today. So we have to accept that. It's only going to get worse. It'll never get better. I was going to cover something controversial today. Just getting this channel back started. I decided to not cover it because no other YouTube channel has covered it. There's a reason for it. Me mentioning it is going to make it worse for you. But the reason why I'm not covering it is because I know what would happen to this channel if I did cover it. It would be extremely flagged. So everything I would put up would be questionable. I would be under a microscope, and I would grow exponentially if I covered this. I'm just more intelligent than that. I know that that leaves a very wide window for what I'm talking about. I'm not even going to mention the names that are associated with it, but it was on Twitter or X, and it was deleted. It was on YouTube. It was also deleted. So I'm just going to leave that alone. Yeah. I want to cover it very badly, but I can't. I have to wait for the wheels of justice to move. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I'm just not gonna cover it. It's just a matter of time, a month or so, or once it started to be okay. Let me make this more clear. Once it is on YouTube on a news channel, I can then cover it from there, or on because it's gonna break out in news, and it may cover. I should not have mentioned it. There would be repercussions, riot wise, if this was to happen. And I think it will. That's all I'm going to say. That's all. So tomorrow we have outside of society. Uh, some of the, all of the topics are about to get extremely controversial. I have not brought up to the people that will be on the panel tomorrow anything of what I'm bringing to the table for controversy, but it is going to be maybe not for the people inside of the panel. If I could get tomorrow will be a good show. It will be here every Sunday. I have to schedule it. The issue is with scheduling it is that randomly starts sometimes at 10, sometimes at 9, sometimes at 11. I have to set a time, and then that has to be the time that goes down. I think I'm going to set it for 10 or and it's typically a 3-hour show, roughly. If it goes longer than that, it goes longer than that. But it will be controversial. We'll learn how to skate around it to where YouTube won't hate it. Is anybody getting ads in this stream at all that has an R next to their name? You are. Can you skip the ad? You're not. Yes. Yes. So you okay, so you get the ad and you could skip the ad. Okay. So unlike Twitch, okay. Well, that's fine then. Yeah, I the way that I think it's set up is it will manually. Well, you definitely will not be a Prime member here, Tony, because this is YouTube. You mean premium member? But you're a member on the channel. I know people that are not a member of the channel will still get the ads. I'm more concerned with the people that are donating the monthly amount to have the R next to their name, whether or not they're getting ads. Hmm. Interesting. Yeah, see, right now it's running an ad. So I think that's even a better question then, because we were trying to figure this out yesterday. Like right now, it's running an ad. Hmm. So when the ad is running, do I still show in the corner, or is it just does the ad take over the whole screen? I have so many questions. And probably if you're a YouTube premium member, see, now it's running an ad. It takes over. Okay, but once it takes over, you click skip ad and it goes right back to it. Does it take off from where I left off at, or does it? Did you just miss everything that I just said? I'm really wondering how this ad system works. No, you lose the content. Oh, right. Yeah, you should have just got one right when I was saying an ad is being inserted. So that would just trickle down to each person. Huh. Okay. So it's not dictated by the channel membership, it's dictated by your YouTube membership. Then what's the purpose of you being um, a non premium? Well, I know the purpose of it is to support me, but what is the purpose? You would think that it would not show ads on that channel because you're donating money towards that channel, so therefore you shouldn't get any ads. Not premium member here, and saw no ads. Oh, okay, but then the people, that's interesting. You might not be getting ads, Alicia, because you are a wrench. No, because Matthew got ads. Hmm. I'm not sure. As long as you can skip the ad, though, that's all that matters. Is if you can actually click. If you could click it, then I'm not worried about it. If it takes up, and how long are the ads when you see them? Are they a minute, 30 seconds, 3 minutes? How what is the average time of those? Wow, Wendy Blank, long time no see. How are you, lady? How long are they? So, okay, but are you able to? So many questions. Are you able to skip the ad because you're a subscriber to the channel with the R, or do you? Can everybody skip the ad? There's zero information on my end. What happens with an ad? Zero, zero. It just says ads are being inserted, ads are running. That's all that it shows. Okay. I'm not too worried about it then. Yeah, isn't that weird? So it has nothing to do with the membership on the channel. I think the question would be, is someone that does not have premium, that does not have. So there's two questions. Someone that does not have premium that are subscribed to this channel, can they skip ads? Someone that does not have premium and does not have an ARD, can they skip ads? Yeah, Wendy, I can disable ads. That is an option for me, and I can insert them manually. Right here it says I can insert an ad. So here's the question. I'm going to insert an ad and we're going to see what happens. What happened? Nothing. Good. Okay, so that doesn't work. Oh, you see the ad. Okay. And you were able to skip it, right, Joker? And you do not have premium? Okay, so I guess the ad is just the skippable ad regardless. So if you're like listening to, let's just say the Outside of Society every Sunday at 10 o'clock, and you're in the car and an ad pops up, and you're not accessible to your phone, that ad would run, and then it would just not pick up where it left off. It's going to pick up at the new point that basically happened during that 30-second ad. Okay. Yeah, and that's, YouTube does that for a lot of the newer channels. If you're a newer channel, regardless whether you're monetized or not, yeah, they're just going to kind of slide their way in there. And I get it. YouTube's got to make that money. People are going to complain is I don't like it where there's ads. Well, then give me money. Oh, you don't want to give me money? Well, then deal with the ads. But at this point, it doesn't matter whether you are giving someone money or not. YouTube is still going to slam those in there regardless. Got it. Right. So, John, you haven't. Okay. So, I'm sorry we're spending so much time on this. I'm just trying to understand. So, you have YouTube Premium and a membership to this channel, and you have not had any ads that popped up at all. Okay. So, once you are a premium member, you will not get ads at all. Got it. See, now, Wendy, that doesn't make any sense. See, you can't skip the ad. You don't have YouTube Premium or a membership, but Andy and Scott could. Unless they have YouTube Premium. So I think because John is a member here and has YouTube Premium, he's not going to get the ad. Versus if you have Premium, you'd be able to skip the ad. There's a heart, no ads. Okay, yep. So, all right, got it. So, premium YouTube and membership to a channel, you will not get ads. Premium YouTube, you will still get ads. You can skip them. No premium, you will get ads and you cannot skip them. Got it. Did I say that right? Is somebody not in that bracket that I just said? Okay, got it. But Andy, you doing that fucks over the creator because now the creator gets nothing. No, no, John, because people were getting it. People were getting it that were premium, but not a member on the channel, but could skip the ad. You understand? They're just able to skip it, but it still pops up. I think I'm going off of what the chat is saying, so I don't know. I'm trying to make sense of the ad system. Because on Twitch, if you're a member to a channel, you will not get ads, regardless. Because there is no Twitch Premium. If you okay, let me help you out, Andy. If you're not watching the ads, you're skipping the ads. That means that the content creator that you're watching, if you're watching lives, doesn't get any of the ad money that you generated, whether that's a penny or 5 cents or 10 cents. And then premium is a totally different story. We get a cut out of that premium that you get as a content creator. Yeah, I like that. I think that's fantastic, Wendy. I know a lot of people don't like that you have to, in order to skip ads, you can only do that X amount of times. I think that's fantastic. Okay, so I am a member, no premium, and get no ads. Yes, that's probably the wrench, Alicia, because you need to see the chat at all times. If the ad runs, you get a cut. It runs 5 seconds. No, the ad has to run fully. Cannot be skipped. You do not get a cut if you get a 3-second ad. Same as TV. I think it's fantastic that they put in ad blockers. That you can't put ad blockers to skip. All you're hurting at that point, I understand. People are like, oh, well, YouTube, fuck them. It's a big, you're on their platform. It's essentially free for you. Nothing in life worth having is free. Nothing. If everything that you get in life is free, then you're the product. You're what they're selling. Like Facebook. I got nothing. That is the answer. Depends on if you sign up for the premium while you're in the chat. And depends on if you do a year of premium or if you do month to month. Anywhere from 5 to 20%. I agree, Michelle. Look, I don't even really watch any YouTube lives, but I refuse ads. And I'm not gonna skate around the shit and get ad blockers. I'm just not. I will sell one of my e-bikes to get, or sell a motorcycle. I refuse ads. I just don't like them, which is why I don't like TV. And I understand the reason why TV does it. Why do you think your TV membership is so expensive if you have cable at this point? It's not because they're trying to make money off of you. They have to pay all of those networks to run those networks on there. Like Fox is a huge cut of money. It is tremendous. Just look up a breakdown of a cable bill per what they pay each channel. That's why it's so expensive. You got to pay them. I am on phone, no premium, and a member. Okay, I am on phone, no premium. Wait, I am on the phone, no premium, and a member. Only saw ads when I jumped in, no ads since. Huh. Yeah, I think that's kind of the ultimate way around it, Jenna, right? Is to be premium and to be a member, and then you won't get any ads. How are you, mama? It's weird not talking to chat until the very end because it makes me really focus on what I'm talking about. And there are so much comments that are being said that I want to comment on and to bite my tongue. Oh, so difficult. Well, Andy, the argument could be said is that when you're talking about a platform, see, this is where most people are not going to agree with me. When you're talking about a platform that allows anybody to come on, okay, anybody, you could start up a channel right now and start uploading content. The problem with that is, where does that server space come from? Someone has to pay for it. And if you create content, you upload, let's just say 2 hours. And let's just say we're using YouTube's amazing compression ratio, and they compress that video, it still takes up space. And that person only gets 2 views on a 4-hour video. How does YouTube get the money to pay for that person? Now, you can't give the argument and say the people that are making all the content and all the ads on that channel pays for that guy that is doing the 2-hour. That's like taxing the rich to feed the poor. It doesn't balance out. It's not how that works. That person that's rich worked their way up to get rich to not have to pay the poor. You shouldn't penalize somebody for being successful. So if you have those people that just create channels and they're not making any money from the ads, all you're doing is taking up space. You are essentially a freeloading, uploading content creator. Those people should, I'm going to get shit for this, not from anybody in chat. Those people should not be able to upload to YouTube. Period. It should not be an option. We're going to give you 30 days to get your channel successful. 30 days. If you don't manage to bring 50 average people on one upload, we're going to delete it in 24 hours. Oh, you don't like that? Well, then you could pay us. You could pay us whatever. The same thing Vimeo does. Well, Vimeo's expensive, but you got to pay us $10 a month, like a hosting company. You'd see a lot less garbage on YouTube. It's the same thing with Facebook. People are like, oh, I want to say all this stuff and I shouldn't be censored. It's their platform. That's like saying I should be able to go 30 miles per hour, even though the speed limit sign says 25. You can do 30. You could do 60. Shit, you can go 130. Mm-hmm. But if you get caught, what happens? Well, if you're doing let me help you out in America. If you're doing double the speed limit, they could suspend your license. If you might have to go to court, you can probably fight that. There have been people that have fought that. But if you're going 130 and 30 or in a 25, they're going to take your car. Speaking as a previous police officer, I'm going to take your car. Regardless whether it's against the law or not, I'm taking your car because you don't know how to drive. You're a hazard to all the deaf children in the neighborhood. Matter of fact, you're a hazard to all the children in the neighborhood. So just because you don't like that censorship or you don't like that doesn't make them wrong. These are the policies that are before you. What you do with that is on you. There's certain things that I want to talk about on my channel that I can't because it's against YouTube's policy. And I'm on their platform, so I'm going to do my best to not break the law or break YouTube's law. But what you have to understand, Andy, is that's on the user. You understand? That's not on YouTube. That's on the user. That's on me. I could set ads to go every 5 minutes. You understand? Has nothing to do with YouTube. Nothing. Zero. The only time where YouTube will get involved is if it's a demonetized channel and it's not in the affiliate program. Other than that, if you're watching someone that's successful, they could set it up to where every minute you get an ad. When I'm saying successful, I'm talking about an established channel. They can set it up. I think the minimum you could do is 2 minutes, and then the maximum is never. You could say no ad at all. So I could take a video that's an hour long, and then I was doing this originally on the vape channels. Every 15 minutes would be an ad. You don't like it? Oh, well. I got to make money from the video. Oh, it's not a job. Well, tell that to the government, because the IRS seems to think it is. I would love it if the IRS was like, what you do is not a job. Great. Then you can't tax me. Sure. More ads, more revenue. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's no different than having and I just see this a matter of time before YouTube, well, I think it'll be a matter of time before YouTube says you can't implement your own ads into a video. Is your channel monetized, Wendy? Are you in the affiliate program, I should ask? Not monetized. If you're in, yes and no, Andy. If you're in on your initial membership, right, I would get more from the Realist than I would from you being a premium member. If that answers your question. As far as premium, yes, there's a cut, but then there's premium. It's very difficult the way, I don't even know if I'm supposed to talk about this on YouTube. Whatever. If you're a premium and you get ads, I get a cut of that. If you're a premium from the channel, I also get a cut of that. How much that is, anybody's guess. I don't know, $1, $2? There's no saying. But I think that even though you're a member of the channel, you will still get ads. I just think you can skip them. You don't have to sit through them. But you're saying you could skip them regardless. So I don't know. I really don't have the answer to that, brother. Sorry. I don't know. You just give it time before YouTube says you can't have advertisement inside of a video. You just give that time. Just give it time. Thank you, Mike. Let's give it time. And people are going to complain about that, of course. You can't make everybody happy, man. Honestly, Andy, if you could skip the ads, I'd appreciate it if you became a member, but if you can skip the ads, there's no point in you becoming a member or doing YouTube Premium. What's the point? If you don't mind the ads, then it is what it is. See, that's honesty. Now, if more people could implement that in their life, man. I honestly, I would not grab premium if I was you, Andy. If those are your beliefs of that you don't like the ad system, I wouldn't buy premium. At the same time, you won't get ads ever again, but if you don't want to support YouTube, don't support YouTube. Yeah, I mean that's on you. It's whatever you choose. You could skip the ads. Then you great. I think you could only skip ads though up to 3 times or something until you watch a certain amount with the new YouTube policy. Is that after you watched X amount, you get a heart, and those hearts count as skips. Hold on, let me confirm that. Give me a second. I think I'm saying that right. Dear YouTube, thanks for. Today I received an email from YouTube saying that beginning in November, the following will all be recorded. Oh, November. Excuse me. So November. So this month, required pre-roll ads, post-roll ads, skippable ads, non-skippable ads. They say it's to increase the ad revenue for creators, but I'm convinced it's to push people to buy premium. Yeah, see, well, reading Reddit is bad. There are 3 types of people: the people with enough money that don't mind the subscription, people with enough money that prefer to use ad blockers, people that can't afford stupid subscriptions. Ah, man, I love the internet. Yeah. So basically, you're screwing over the content creator, the person that you're watching. I get it. I get it. You. This is why I don't read Reddit. I, I'm good. Whatever. All right. Well, that is an hour and 20 minutes. Tomorrow, same time, same rhyme, 10 o'clock. We will start the Outside of Society on the button. So we will see you here for that. That will be extremely controversial. I will say that if you watch the news, you might want to watch this. We're going to test how far we could go with this. You guys all be beautiful. I'll see everybody later. Thank you for all the memberships. Thank you for the donations. I think I could do this. Fan funding. Thank you, Lance, for the $20 again. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you, Tracy, Joker, and Mike for joining the channel. That is cool. You're not able to do that on Twitch. Yes, tomorrow will be extremely controversial. I'm sure a lot of the right-wing people will like this. Left, probably not. So I'm just giving you a preface to what's going to happen tomorrow. Stay beautiful and keep it real.